mean, I admit that there seems to be a certain insanity to finding a pattern to your life mixed in with somebody else. It's just, especially somebody as like distant from me as, say, Natalie Wood or Steve McQueen or Terry Kath. It does seem a bit crazy, but the funny thing is, I just, if you know me, I just can't make it up. I wouldn't have thought these things up, so I guess I talk to the internet just to talk to somebody about it. I know that my audience right now is like a small circle. I'm really looking for people who have sort of spiritual or psychic experiences, I suppose, just to see if there's some similarity. I know one person who, Lisa's friend Cheryl, had been got electrocuted once apparently by accident on a I think by a down power outlet, a power station on a road in Connecticut, and she described seeing this infinity. So that was very similar to what I saw, and so these are the things that I'm looking for, I suppose, when I post these things. But I'm certainly not motivated, in watching the numbers and everything like that. I mean, I would love to get an audience, don't get me wrong, but it's so weird what I talk about, and the effect it's had on the people closest to me is pretty tough to take, I must admit. But this is, I guess, I empathize with the argument a lot of gay men used to say. They say, no, this is the way we are, we wouldn't we know that society is like shames people and all this stuff. We wouldn't bring this upon ourselves if we weren't genuine about how we feel. And so I lived a life like treating skeptics kind of along the rule book. You're kind of, it's a lot of quackery, you shouldn't believe it, or believe in hard science and all that stuff. And then the older I got, the more like I traveled, the more I saw how little science had studied in the world, in truth, and how large the world was and how many things there were. And so to base all my knowledge on such a small but modern playbook, I guess, seemed a little bit crazy to me. So I was always open-minded, but then, this thing with my daughter's birthday, which I tell over and over again, where I kept hearing Natalie Wood, and then it turned out to be Natalie Wood's birthday and my daughter's birthday, 69 years apart, sign of the cancer, the twin numbers 6 and 9. It's like all these things, it makes me sound crazy. I don't know whether I sound any better talking about it out here on Lake Willoughby Beach or not, but I gotta tell you, the thing that I can't convey is how far from my mind Steve McQueen was. I mean, there's a lot of people who are like popular fans of Steve McQueen. I was not. It's funny, and so the way that all happened, it was so genuine that I just wish, I wish that people would get over their prejudice, I suppose, and just take the story for what it is. The movie I recommend, I suppose, is Phenomenon with John Travolta. I would love to reach out to the writers of that, quite frankly, just because he had this sort of mirror opposite experience to me. He was the only one to see the meteor. In mine, I didn't see the meteor, and lots of people around me did. But the trajectory of it was pretty undeniable. And John Travolta, it was on his birthday party, he left, and then he started getting all these amazing abilities to move matter, to move the world of mass. And I'm like the opposite. I got shot out into this other dimension, this spirit world, this dimension of time and knowledge, where souls exist, and they keep the formation of their knowledge. It's like a good way to store it, is to keep your soul persistent, and you can reflect back on your life. And so the truth is really important to me, because the reflection of my life is what's really important to me. Because I guess, as Faulkner said, the history is not in the past, or something like that. It's the past is the present. It's the way I feel about it. But I watch YouTube videos and I think of, I could get a little hook and all that, but I guess it's not really me. So maybe I'm destined not to have a lot of viewers, but I'll try to cut these short.